Maddie Burke. Number 4 is Hunter Vernon. Number 12, Haley McQueen. And number 13, Elise Richens. This game is ready to be started and underway. Both teams having lost their first game in the quarterfinals here at the Sevier Valley Center and then winning yesterday to put them in this final, pitted against each other for the third time this season. Opening tip-off will go towards the Lady Braves, and North Summit has the basketball. Ball movement down low, quickly down on the post, but the shot is missed. The putback missed as well. Another offensive rebound, 2 boards, and a foul. Hunter Vernon for North Summit will go to the line for the first points of this game after 3 offensive rebounds for the team on the opening possession. Games yesterday, North Summit was able to defeat Millard 55-34 in the consolation bracket. For South Summit, they were winners over Summit Academy 44-31. First points of the game are given to Hunter Vernon as the free throw is down, and one more for her. That personal foul was given to Taylor Reedhead. First foul of the game, and it's 2-0. Lady Braves on top. They love to pressure the basketball, and they do across the timelines. South Summit trapped in the corner. Reedhead in the right side. Now they get to the 3 line. Driving in angle is Krajcek. She's bumped, picks up the ball, trapped on the baseline, pivots, gets rid of it. Open jumper on the left side is too strong, and a defensive board, but the ball is loose. And South Summit will come away with it. The putback, no, and a block. The ball is going to go out of bounds off of a Hunter Vernon rejection, and it will stay with the Lady Wildcats. Inbounding is Krajcek. Goes baseline, jumper for Davis is too strong. Another offensive rebound, but mishandling the ball out of bounds. It is South Summit basketball. Nichols to inbound. Up high to Wolstenhume. Elbow, 3, Wolstenhume, too strong off the board. Another rebound, though, for South Summit. The putback is not there, but there will be a foul. Going to the line for the Lady Wildcats is Natalie Nichols. 2 shots for Natalie with 7 minutes to play still in the first period in a 2-0 game. Foul was given to Hunter Vernon, her first personal, both teams with 1 foul apiece. One more on the way for Nichols, and it's still a 1-point lead. Defensive rebound off the missed free throw goes towards North Summit. Vernon on the rebound, and she dumps it off to Richens across the timeline. Left corner, Vernon. Now down low even more to Burke. Spins on the baseline, pulls up. Good move by Burke in the paint, and it drops down. What a pivot move on the shot fake. Cut back inside, and it's 4-1 North Summit. Again, North Summit will trap defensively. South Summit breaks it, but another trap on the corner. Fighting away and out of it, there is going to be a whistle and a foul. It'll be a push-off offensively against McKay Wolstenhume, who was the one that was trapped on the right corner, and North Summit will have the ball back. Ahead 3-1. Wolstenhume will pick up her first personal foul. 2 team fouls now against South Summit. Spinning on the elbow is Elise Richens. Gets rid of the basketball. Up high. Now back down to the elbow. Feet out. Into the paint is Burke. Spin around. Shot off the glass. Maddie Burke for 2 off the fadeaway turnaround. And it's a 5-point lead now for North Summit. Lady Wildcats going all the way down. A wide open lane. Beating the press. Josie Krajcek for 2. Lead cut down to 3. Driving in, jumper just off the mark. Missed by Haley McQueen, and the ball out of bounds off of the Lady Braves, and it's going to be Wildcat basketball. Coming back the other direction. Half-court trap remains defensively for North Summit. South Summit breaks it again. Right side corner to Wolstenhume. Stolen away by North Summit. Vernon Pulls up on the left wing, feeds it over to Burke. Burke drives in, foul on the floor, no shot. So no free throws here, but it will be the third team foul for South Summit. Block is the call. That'll go against McKay Wolstenhume, who now has 2 quick fouls, and likely she will come out of the game here and does. Rachel Rydalch will check in for McKay. North Summit to inbound. They'll have it left baseline. They toss up high to McQueen. Now right, Evans. Corner jumper 3, sink it in and count it. Elise Richens the triple. And immediately, North Summit after the made bucket is in the pressure. 8-3, Lady Braves on top. Wildcats break the press, but the ball's loose. Able to kick it out left side, and they are harassed the whole way around the perimeter. Driving in, now Graycheck for 3, off the mark left side. Ball swatted, loose on the court, out of bounds, and it is South Summit basketball. Three minutes into the game, 8-3, North Summit ahead of South Summit in the consolation final. Winner will bring home 5th place from the tournament. High lob up top, the ball's loose, batted in the backcourt and stolen away by Evans. Evans will be no call for the travel. Down on the low base and turns it over after the steal. Goes right back to South Summit, but now they have the full court in front of them and again against the North Summit press. They'll zone trap at midcourt. South Summit breaks it to Fitzgerald. Kick out on the baseline, try to feed it on the other baseline and bat it out of bounds, looking for Rydalch on the left base, and it is batted out by North Summit as we see Brenna Richens check in for the Braves. 4:38 to play in the first. 3 team fouls once again for South Summit, 1 for North. Inbound left wing, great check. Now toss up high, Reedhead tries to drive in angle, can't. Has a pivot, feed down low. In the corner, Nichols, cross-court pass. Left is Rydalch, tests the angle, shut down, good defense again by North Summit, and they are going to foul on the left side. Healy McQueen is going to pick up the whistle. That will be her first personal. On the floor, so the second team foul for North Summit will lead to a South Summit inbound play from the corner. Gets it in just barely at the 3 or 4 second call, but kicked out by North Summit. So now they'll just go to the side. Timeout taken. Going to be an official timeout. As coming out of the game is Rydalch. Looks like she just lost her contact and she'll go into the locker room. Checking in for her is Hannah Peterson. Oh, maybe just actually a bloody nose for Rydalch. So she's getting some attention on the side. And we're ready to play. South Summit basketball. Inbound on the side. Able to throw it in to Hannah Peterson. Work around the arch to Graycheck. Beautiful bounce down to the baseline. Reedhead, and then a nice feed. Reedhead on the assist. Bounce underneath, able to find Sierra Davis, and Sierra will have her first field goal of the game, and the lead is cut to 3. Midway through the first period, the 3-point lead is belonging to North Summit, and they have the basketball. Feed inside, able to find Richens. Pivots at the post, jump ball call, tied up with South Summit, and the possession arrow will favor the Wildcats, and it will be South Summit basketball coming the other way. Great check across half court off the inbound play, finds a screen, gets to the elbow, pivots around. Nothing there. Feed over to Peterson on the left baseline. Back to Graycheck, left wing. Comes into the free throw line. Kick out. Jumper on the way from Reedhead. Missed it. Hit the rim and bounced into the hands of Hunter Vernon. And now it is North Summit in transition on the other end. Feed to Richens. Gets into the paint. And a foul against South Summit on the block. No, it's going to be a foul against North Summit, actually. And it will come back the other way with South Summit with the basketball. 3 team fouls apiece. It was Brenna Richens who drew the foul, had the ball taken right out of her hands on the block as she tried to drive in and foul, tried to get it back. 3:30 to play in the first. Reedhead gets a screen from Nichols across the timeline, picks it up, ball loose on the court, and again batted away by Hunter Vernon, and Vernon has the steal, and Vernon is fouled by Taylor Reedhead. 3:18 to play in the first, and that is the second on Reedhead. So now Reedhead and Wolstenholme both with 2 fouls in the early goings of this game for South Summit. Reedhead will come out, and Sydney Vadrine will check in for the Wildcats. 3:15 to play. North Summit still with the 3-point lead. McQueen around the perimeter, dumps it off to the right to Richens. Elise is going to come in, angle, gets to the baseline, can't get any further than that. Jump out along 2 is sunk down and in. Count it for Brenner Richens. It's 10-5. This time South Summit is able to get across half court, but they are met again at the 3 line. A screen is set for Nichols, feeds it to the free throw line to Graycheck. Ball swatted out of her hands and immediately trapped. Perimeter defense is stellar right now for North Summit as they force the ball loose. Jump ball call, and this time the possession arrow goes back the other direction. So it was as good as a turnover for North Summit, and the Braves get the ball back ahead by 5. Immediately following this game, our live coverage continues with the 2A boys consolation final as Parowan takes on Layton Christian. Should be a phenomenal matchup. Immediately following this one, that one will be for 5th place as well. Turnover on the other end for North Summit. South Summit has the basketball. Great check, finds a screen, able to get across half court, drives in, angle, kick out to Hunter. Peterson with it now on the elbow. Peterson drives in. Shot is no good, but it will be Hannah Peterson to the line. She'll have 2 shots. Hold is the call against against North Summit. First personal given to Elise Richens. 4th team foul for North Summit. South Summit also with 4 as the free throw is in and the lead cut to 4. Checking into the game for North Summit for the first time is Janessa Stevens. She will come in for Richens, who just picked up her first foul. One more coming from the line for Hannah Peterson. Made the first, second is also good. 2 minutes to play in the first period. It is back to a 1-possession game. North Summit up by 3 and with the ball. Braves in the white, Wildcats in the black and green. Cross-court pass. Stevens feeds left. Another cross-court pass is stolen by Peterson. Peterson in transition. Only one girl to beat. She makes a move and does. Hannah Peterson makes it a 1-point game off the steal, and it's 10-9. Richens drives in, feed down low, batted and stolen by South Summit. And here come the Wildcats. Pushing the ball is Graycheck. She'll slow down on the right wing. Takes a dribble top of the floor, passes on a 3, instead hands off Nichols. She gets into the lane, kick out. Long 2 for Hannah Peterson is good, and 4 quick points for Peterson. And just like that, South Summit on a 6-0 run and with the lead, 11-10. Ball knocked out of bounds, another turnover. Nope, it will stay. Will stay with North Summit. Batting the ball was Sydney Vadrine, but it will stay with the Lady Braves off of Vadrine's hands. Inbounding is Maddie Burke. 1:09 to play in the first. Burke has the clock working against her. Cross-court pass almost stolen. Ball loose. It does come down to North Summit. They'll pass left side, feed down low onto the block. Maddie Burke, dribble, spin, shot, good. Textbook post play for Burke, and it leads to a North Summit lead, 12-11 now. Ending a 6-0 run for South Summit. Under a minute to play before the break. 48 seconds. Whistled, ball swatted, knocked out of bounds. Stays with the Wildcats. Elise Richens back into the game for South Summit. Coming in for Brenna Richens. Toss into the backcourt off the inbound play. South Summit trailing by 1 and 41 seconds and counting on the clock. Peterson left side. Toss to Davis. Feed down low on the baseline. A little high, but a kick out. Peterson again, another double, and it does not drop off the jumper. 26 seconds for North Summit off of the rebound now. Working the other way is McQueen up high. Bounce inside, ball swatted loose. Taken away, another steal for Hannah Peterson. South Summit with the basketball and 12 seconds on the other end. Nichols stops, 8 seconds. Grayjack comes in wing, 6 seconds. Feeds it down low, reverse layup and missed. 3 seconds off now for North Summit, and they're not going to get a shot off. Jumper at the buzzer is not in time and missed anyway, and it is a 1-point game after 1 period. North Summit 12, South Summit 11. Schedule for the rest of the day here at the Sevier Valley Center. I mentioned immediately following this game, it is Parowan, Layton Christian in the boys bracket. Other than the first 2 days, the schedule today alternates between the boys and the girls. So after you have Parowan, Layton Christian, we go back to the girls for the Consolation Championship. That will be between North Sevier and Manti and scheduled to begin at about 1:20. Consolation Championship for the boys right after that game with South Summit taking on Enterprise. That game scheduled to be at 3 o'clock. And then the Girls State Championship game at 5 o'clock tonight. It's a Region 13 matchup. 2 teams from the South region as Kanab, the region champion, takes on second place in that region, the Delta Lady Rabbits. And then the boys state championship game is between the Manti Templars and the Emory Spartans. That game begins at 7 o'clock this evening. And of course, Centricom Channel 10 will continue to provide you live video stream coverage throughout the championship Saturday. Also provided online with Deseret News and KSL. Coming out of the break, it is going to be South Summit basketball. And the Lady Wildcats trail by 1 at the beginning of this second quarter. Ball moving around the perimeter, pivoting back and forth. Nichols feeds it over down low to Davis. Put back is not good, but Sierra Davis is fouled, and she will go to the line. First free throws of the day for Sierra, and the 5th team foul for North Summit. First personal being given to Janessa Stevens, a junior. Actually, it was Sammy Rogers, my apologies, who was on the line for South Summit. Rogers is going to knock the first down. And it's tied at 12 all. First is missed, waved off for a lane violation against South Summit, so it is going to be North Summit basketball. Missed shot anyway. Score remains 12-12, 7:40 to play in the second. North Summit on the other end. Bounce down low to Burke. Spin around, blocked off the post by Graycheck. Coming away with the loose ball was Peterson. She goes back to Graycheck across the timeline. McQueen comes out to meet Graycheck. Gets rid of the basketball. Up high, now back to Graycheck. She tests angle, tries to get baseline, can't, instead feeds to Nichols on the right wing. Nichols is going to come in elbow, shot fake, jumper in the paint, no, but a foul. And to the line is Natalie Nichols off of the shot fake, and it will be 7:02 on the clock. 16 foul for North Summit. So shots for the rest of the half for the Lady Wildcats. Second personal foul being given to Hunter Vernon. First free throw is good for Nichols, and the lead back to South Summit in a back and forth game. Coming out is Vernon with her second foul. Brenna Richens will check in for her. Second free throw is also good, and it's a 2-point advantage for the Lady Wildcats, their largest lead of the game with 6:55 to play before half. Haley McQueen with the dribble up high for the Lady Braves. Dumps it behind her to Elise Richens. 4 team fouls for South Summit, 6 for North Summit. North Summit drives in, jumper just inside the free throw line, rolls around the rim, hits the backboard, and drops in. Haley McQueen, the jumper, and ties it up again at 14. Graycheck across the timeline, work around the arch, able to find up top Nichols. Now back down low to Vadrine. Vadrine has the ball stolen from her with the steal as Richens. In transition comes North Summit. Stop at the free throw line, kick out, 3 on the way, sink it in and give her the triple. Haley McQueen. 17-14, and now it's a 5-0 run for North Summit. South Summit breaks the press, and beautiful ball movement down low. The assist from Natalie Nichols to find Sammy Rogers, and the lead back to 1. 17-16. Maddie tries to spin into the paint but can't. Goes out to Richens. Cross-court pass, left side Stevens. Now down low in the corner, back to Richens. A little give and go, but the ball's stolen away. Good defensive set for Graycheck, and she gets the ball back for South Summit. Her team trailing by only 1 with 5:33 to play before half. Right side Nichols. Up top is Graycheck. Back to Nichols. Just inside the elbow. Dribbles to the free throw line. Left elbow, Vadrine. Ball loose. Picked up by Nichols. She comes in angle, gets to the baseline, puts up the shot. Too strong. But the rebound comes down to Peterson, and she's fouled on the putback. And Peterson to the line. She will have 2 shots. First personal is given to Maddie Burke, who fouled off the putback. 7th team foul. First free throw is missed. Cassidy Evans back in for North Summit. And again, Rachel Rydalch and Taylor Reedhead in for South Summit. Still a 1-point game off the missed free throw. 4 team fouls for South Summit, 7 on North Summit. 5:13 to play in the second. We're tied at 17. Another steal by South Summit, a careless pass for North Summit, and the Wildcats have the basketball. Peterson, left wing, high is Reedhead. Hannah Peterson. Back to Rydalch, 1 dribble, feeds to Reedhead, comes in angle, tries to bounce in the paint, but it's stolen away. Ball still loose, picked up by North Summit. Toss and stolen back by Peterson, and Peterson will be fouled. North Summit looked like they may have had the basketball, but South Summit did not give up on the play, and it results in the foul, and this will be 1-on-1 shooting for Hannah Peterson. 2nd personal foul on Janessa Stevens. .440 to play in this game. That was the 8th team foul for North Summit. The first free throw is missed on the front end of the 1-and-1, and North Summit will have the ball back. Lady Braves down the floor, taking it all the way in is Richens. Ball swatted out of bounds, and it stays with North Summit. Checking into the game for the Lady Braves is Michaela Smith. She will come in for Janessa. $17 all. Inbound for the Braves. Lob it up high to Cassidy Evans. Fake a pass, drive in, gets into the paint. Foul is going to be a reach in or a hold on Taylor Reedhead. Good move by Cassidy on the fake pass left and then take it right down the center. No shot on the foul. It's just going to be an inbound play, but the 5th team foul, and more importantly, the 3rd personal on Reedhead. Ball movement around the arc for North Summit. Feed down low. Ball swatted. North Summit picks it up. They kick it right back out. They'll reset the offense up high to Elise. Feed down low on the baseline. Brenna Richens kicks it inside. Ball stolen, and South Summit will have it. Lady Wildcats down the floor as we reach midway 2nd period. Peterson finds a seam. Baseline. Shot no. 1-on-1 shooting. The whistle was before the shot. So the 9th team foul for North Summit will put Hannah Peterson back onto the line. Sierra Davis and Josie Graycheck check into the game for South Summit. Peterson with a chance to give the Wildcats the lead. Maddie Burke right back in for North Summit. She'll check in for Elise Richens. She picked up the foul, her 2nd. 3:59 on the clock. 2nd period basketball. Free throw is good. And it is a South Summit lead. We've had several ties and lead changes in this game already. Still another half of basketball to go. Peterson again is good. 2-point advantage, Wildcats. Haley McQueen with the dribble. She'll take it across the timeline. Left side to Evans. Makes a move, gets to the free throw line, spins in the paint, loses control of the dribble, and coming away with the loose basketball is Peterson. Another steal for South Summit and taken right back by North Summit. Cassidy Evans, it was actually, believe it was Richens. No, it was Haley McQueen on the steal on the sideline, and McQueen is fouled as she tries to go in. That will be the 6th team foul for North Summit. So free throw shots the rest of the game also for the Braves. This will be an inbound play. McQueen to throw it in. 3:39 to go before halftime. First personal foul given to Nichols. McQueen, as the time continue to tick, kicked out of bounds off the inbound, and it will remain with North Summit. They'll just throw this in again. McQueen bounces corner to Burke. Burke makes a move, jumper right elbow, sink it in. A nice shot for Maddie Burke on the right elbow, and it ties it up once again at 19 all. Great check. Dumps it off left to right Alch. Now up high is Hannah Peterson. Peterson dribbles around the horn, has the ball swatted out of her hands on the baseline by Evans, and it stays with South Summit. .3:17 to play. And there's going to be a foul against Maddie Burke as she swatted the ball out of the hands of the inbounder. You can't do that, and that's going to be a technical. So Hannah Peterson is going to go to the line and will get 2 shots all by herself. Maddie Burke with the ill-advised reach in off the inbound play results in these free throws. Peterson does miss the first though, and Burke is going to come out of the game after picking up her 2nd foul. Second free throw is good for Peterson. And after that trip to the line, it will be South Summit basketball. This time they'll just inbound in the half court. 1 point lead for the Wildcats. Right Alch right side. Bounces baseline, Peterson kick back out. Nichols, charity stripe, now left to Krajcek. Ball movement trying to test in those lanes, but Krajcek instead launches a 3. It'll be missed off to the right. Ball loose, save before it goes out of bounds. Peterson, dribble in the paint, put back no. And this time the ball will be a North Summit ball. And a jump ball is the call. As Brenna Richens, it was Maddie Jolly who went down to get it, went to the ground, and that'll lead to the jump ball. So South Summit missed an opportunity there, and North Summit will have the ball back with 2:44 to play in the second period, 20-19. South Summit in the double bonus, North Summit in the single bonus. 16 fouls, almost in the single bonus. The next foul will put them in there. 16 fouls for South Summit. Well, that'll give them 7. A foul on the perimeter. That's going to be a push against South Summit. Picking up her first is Nicole Fitzgerald. And this will be 1-1 shooting for Maddie Jolly for the Braves. 2:31 to play in the second period. Two teams that are very, very familiar with one another. First free throw is missed on the front end of the 1-1. Both these teams coming out of Region 16. South Summit was the number 2 seed. North Summit was the number 1 seed. Launching the 3 and missed for South Summit. Ball loose out of bounds. It is North Summit basketball. .2:17 to play as we see Rachel Richens make her first appearance into the game for the Braves. She'll sub in for Cassidy. McQueen across half court, 2:08 to play before halftime. McQueen crosses over, loses control of the dribble, but able to pick it back up. Now comes an angle hard, kick back out to the free throw line. No shot there. And now left side is Richens. Rachel Richens back out to McQueen. Good feed down low in the paint. Going to be a whistle, offensive foul, as Maddie Jolly inadvertently just plowed over Natalie Nichols. Unintentional, but Nichols took it. That'll be 2 shots on the other end for Nichols. No shots because it was offensive. And Nichols will come out of the game, and Sydney Vadrine will check in. First personal foul given to Maddie Jolly. Great check with the handle on the basketball. Comes across the timeline, able to feed to Rydalch. Tries angle, shut down on the baseline. Ooh, and maybe got away with a double dribble, but the ball was swatted out of her hands. That's why it wasn't, but South Summit does throw it away on the other end. The ball goes between the legs of Sydney Vadrine. It will be North Summit basketball. The Braves with it, trailing by 1, 20-19. Largest lead of this game has only been by 5. That North Summit held for a few short moments. Perimeter ball movement for the Braves. Bounce down low, stolen away by Peterson. Led the pass and then double dribbles. And we'll turn it back over. So she gets the steal, but then turns over off the violation, and it will be 1:09 to play before the break. Still 20-19. North Summit looking for the lead on this possession. Inbound to Graycheck. Graycheck loses it, but it was swatted out of her hand from behind, and it stays with the Braves. McQueen to throw this in. Gets it in, knocked out of bounds. Will be off of the Wildcats, so the Braves will inbound again here with 1:06 to play. Still second period. Both teams in the bonus. In fact, it is South Summit in the double bonus. Michaela Smith was down low on the block. She feeds it back up to McQueen. Comes in, spins on the angle shot. Too strong off the glass, and it will be rebounded by South Summit. The Wildcats have the basketball. Rydalch coming the other way. Finds a screen across half court. Now the Wildcats have numbers. Feed to Graycheck. Graycheck in the paint. Makes a nice move. Lays it up but missed. Ball swatted out behind. Peterson comes up with the rebound, and South Summit will get an extra possession here with 36 seconds and a timeout taken by South Summit. They'll want to set up their offense here. Big possession nearing the end of the half. It's 20-19. This is a full timeout. 60-second break here. Take a look at these two teams' trips through the tournament. We mentioned North Summit was the region champ out of Region 16. Many people favored North Summit to possibly make a run into the state championship game. They defeated Roland Hall and defeated them big time in the play-in, 72-24 at Orem High School. But then ran into a very, very good Delta Rabbit team in the quarterfinal round. Both Delta, the number 2 seed out of Region 13. And that game was tied at halftime, but Delta able to run away with it in the second half to beat North Summit 55-34. North Summit then beat Millard yesterday in the consolation bracket 55-34 to put them in this consolation final against South Summit. South Summit beat Major Prep in their play-in game 57-33, and then were beaten by Kanab in the quarterfinals by 4, 43-39 to beat Summit yesterday in the consolation 44-31. 30 seconds to play before we have the whistle, or the buzzer, I should say, to send the teams into the locker room. And South Summit likely will just look for the last shot of the half here. Peterson, cross-court pass to Rydalch, open look, 3, and she got it with 13 seconds on the clock. Rydalch puts South Summit up by 4, their largest of the game. 4 seconds for North Summit down on the other end. Finding a screen, tied up, jump ball call with 0.4 seconds to go. The defense does a phenomenal job for South Summit on the other end to force the jump ball call. And there won't be any time to get a shot off. They'll just inbound and go to the locker room with 0.4 on the clock. And a 23-19 lead for the Lady Wildcats. Inbound to the half court. And that will do it for the first half. 23-19, South Summit over North Summit in the consolation final.
comes with the responsibility to conduct oneself in an appropriate manner. You can team up with the UHSAA and raise the bar. Your actions should demonstrate respect for the game and the participants. Poor sportsmanship sets a losing example. At UHSAA.org, you can learn more about the Raise the Bar Sportsmanship Program, which embraces the positive life lessons of high school activities. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the floor the North Summit Sunrise. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the floor the South Summit Flavies.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center as the teams are out of the locker room and ready to start off the second half of play. It is South Summit with the 4-point lead over North Summit, 23-19. Some halftime scoring statistics courtesy of Brad James, a featured sports writer at midutahradio.com. We have 11 total rebounds right now for the Lady Wildcats, only 6 rebounds in the first half for the Lady Braves. 4 rebounds to lead the Wildcats is Natalie Nichols, and also 4 for Hunter Vernon on the Braves end. Leading scores include 10 for Hannah Peterson. That's a game high for Hannah. 6 of those coming from the free throw line. Other scores for the Lady Wildcats include 3 for Natalie Nichols, Rachel Ridealch, and Samantha Rogers. Also 2 for Sierra Davis and Josie Graycheck. For the Lady Braves, scoring leader is Maddie Burke with 8, 4 of 6 from the field. 5 points in the first half for Haley McQueen, and then 2 points for Hunter Vernon, Elise Richens, and Brenna Richens. Wildcats shot 32% in the first half overall, 57% from the field for the Lady Braves. Teams will flip directions. It is the Braves in the whites, Wildcats in the blacks and the gray. Sorry, the black and the green. Spin in the paint, jumper on the way, missed by McQueen, rebounded by South Summit. Wildcats quickly push the ball down the floor. Wolstenhume with the dribble. She has a couple fouls, didn't play much in the second quarter. Lob it inside, good feed to Davis, but can't convert. Ball hits the bottom of the rim, and then the ball stolen out of her hands before she can put it right back up. There's going to be a whistle that'll be off of Davis, and it's going to be North Summit basketball. Actually, the whistle goes against Hannah Peterson, her first personal foul. Again, Peterson, the game-high 10 points in the first half. Nope, they change it. Yeah, it was Sierra Davis. His first thought. They put up the 30 instead of the 10. So Davis's first personal. First team foul of the half as well for South Summit. North Summit with the ball, trailing by 4 in the early goings of this second half. Ball loose on the court. South Summit will come away with it. Wildcat basketball. Graycheck across half court. She's going to get to the free throw line, dribble in the paint. Ball loose and taken away from her, but out of bounds. Last touch by South Summit. And it is North Summit basketball. Lady Braves will have it. Crossing over is Richens, and Elise gets to the elbow. Now feeds it nicely down low. The shot is missed, but a rebound. Nope, knocked out of bounds and stays with North Summit. 6:40 to play in this third period. One team foul for the Wildcats, 0 so far in this half for the Braves. Inbound, able to find Evans. Ball loose, picks it up, goes to Richens. Richens up, foul, no shot on the floor. And that will be the second team foul. That will be against Josie Graycheck. That is her first personal. For North Summit to inbound again here. Time is ticking. They have to throw it up high, and they're able to find Cassidy Evans deep. Evans spins, free throw line, shot fake, jumper there, and just missed it. Rolled around the rim and came out. But a good move for Evans off the shot fake, and it remains a 4-point game. Both teams scoreless so far in this half. Reedhead on the perimeter. Bounces to Nichols. Wants to take the 3, but just a little too deep, and the defense was there, so she dribbles and kicks out left to Davis. And Davis is going to be fouled. Just a little arm push, it looks like, against North Summit's Elise Richens. Actually, Maddie Burke with the foul, and that's a tough one for Maddie. That'll be her third personal foul, and it looks like at this point she's checking in or staying in the game. Lob it up deep down low, tipped by South Summit. We'll stay with the Braves on their end. Ball movement around the perimeter off the inbound play. Wildcat basketball, launching a 3. Krajcek short. Evans off the rebound, fighting for it, and a jump ball call. Possession arrow favors South Summit off of the jump, so they will keep the ball on their end of the floor. Evans had the rebound, but the Wildcats will collapse on her in a triple team to force the jump. Nichols throws it in, able to find Davis on the baseline, and Davis just outside the key is going to knock it off the glass, and it's a 6-point lead, largest lead for either team in this game, 25-19. McQueen pivoting, shot is missed, and another defensive rebound, but the ball batted, going down to the court, whistle going against South Summit. I believe it will be Nichols. Yes, it is, a push. Third team foul. Nichols will have 3, so a few girls on the court with 3 fouls, and we'll see Hannah Peterson check into the game. And Nichols will go to the bench with the 3 fouls. 5:33 still to play in the game. It's a 6-point lead for the Wildcats, but still plenty of time for the Lady Braves to work with. They lob it into the backcourt. Maddie Burke picks up the dribble, feeds to the elbow. Able to find Richens, now with 3 on the way, missed by McQueen. Rebound South Summit. She's pressured on the baseline, able to get rid of the basketball. And here comes Peterson down the timeline. Long pass and too strong for Wolstenhume. And that will be a turnover. Just threw it away too strong. And North Summit will get the ball back with 5:13 to play in the third period. Carry call. That will be a turnover for Elise Richens. Trying to spin around and palm the basketball, carry it, and it will be a turnover. South Summit basketball, they get it right back. 25-19. A chance for the Wildcats to make this a 3-possession game. Feed it down low to Graycheck. Shot is up, no, but a foul. And Graycheck will go to the line. She gets 2. North Summit, the foul against Hunter Vernon. And that is Hunter's 3rd personal foul as well. Score remains a 6-point game. Still a chance to make it 3 possessions if Josie Graycheck can hit this last free throw of 2. And in and out, no. But a rebound by South Summit. They get the extra possession. Graycheck cutting in, and she gets 2. The offensive rebound for Sierra Davis to find Graycheck, and it's a 8-point game. A chance for Burke to cut into it at the other end, but misses the jumper. Rebound South Summit in transition. Davis on the block, feed it on the outside kick. Stolen by North Summit. Off the steal is Vernon. 1-on-1 on the other end. Vernon, shot no, and Vernon called for the travel. And a timeout taken by North Summit as Vernon unable to convert on the other end off the steal. 27-19, South Summit ahead by 8 off the full timeout. Live video coverage of today's broadcast is provided by Centricom Channel 10. Live video stream there as well as online at KSL, Deseret News. 4:31 to play here in the third period. It's a 27-19 game. South Summit ahead by 8. That is the largest lead for either team in this game so far. You have 3 team fouls right now against South Summit, 2 team fouls against North Summit. The last foul was given to Hunter Vernon, and she has 3. A number of players for either team with 3 fouls. Again, coming up right after this game is the boys consolation final with Parowan taking on Layton Christian. Many people had those two in the state championship game later on tonight, but both lost the quarterfinal round on Thursday. And so the boys consolation final is between the Rams and the Eagles. That's scheduled to begin shortly after this game resumes at approximately 11:40. And then we move into the consolation championship for the girls immediately following that game. After the North Summit timeout, 4:31 to play here in the third period, 27-19, and it's the Lady Wildcat lead with the basketball as well. North Summit is going to go back into a press. They'll play man up all the way down the floor. South Summit is able to break it and get to the other end of the court. Graycheck has the ball loose, able to track it down, and she will be fouled. A North Summit foul against Elise Richens. That is now her 3rd personal foul. 3 team fouls each with 4:19 to play in the third. Bounce back to Peterson. She gets tied up and stolen away on the baseline. Hunter Vernon on the steal, just ripped it right out of her hands, and she will come across the half-court line. Jumper from the elbow by Elise is missed, and another rebound for South Summit. Remains an 8-point advantage. Across the timeline, whistle, and they are going to call Haley McQueen on the bump, playing the defensive end at the timeline. Second personal on Haley, fourth for the Braves. Inbound in the front court. Still 27-19. Bounce elbow. Now turn around to Peterson, but can't convert off the glass. Beautiful ball movement on the play, but the ball is knocked out of bounds and goes to North Summit. North Summit turns it over on the other end. Elise Richens just missed Janessa Stevens on the pass, and Stevens can't contain it, out of bounds. Stevens will come out of the game, and Rachel Richens will sub in for her. Nichols to the left elbow, stops, pivot, kick out. Rydalch on the right wing, who just checked into the game. Feeds it to Reedhead, back to Rydalch, and there's going to be a whistle as the ball goes out of bounds. No foul, just out. Stays with the Lady Wildcats on their end. South Summit inbounds. Rydalch corner, bounce back Peterson. On low, the block, throws up a wild shot, no. Fighting for the rebound, loose foul. Stays with North Summit. Sierra Davis pulled the rebound down, and then she is fouled by Hunter Vernon, and that is Vernon's fourth. And we'll have to see Hunter check out of this game with her fourth foul. But not quite yet. Next stoppage, she will sub out. South Summit has Natalie Nichols, bounce out Peterson, shot fake, dribble, now kick up high. Feed down low, able to find Reedhead on the baseline. She goes back to Nichols. Davis spins, shot, off the mark right side, and that will be now a North Summit rebound. Here comes McQueen. McQueen in the paint, shot, too strong, no. Finds her own rebound, up high, spin, shot again, good, and the foul. What a series for Haley McQueen, and she goes down to the court and slow to get back up. Had the rebound and shot it off the pivot foot and banks it in off the glass. And McQueen will go to the line as we see Janessa Stevens and Brenner Richens sub into the game. They'll come in for Evans and Vernon. That was the fourth team foul for South Summit. Second personal given to Sierra Davis. McQueen looks to be fine, and she will get a chance at a three-point play if she can hit the free throw. Missed deep. Davis will rebound, and it remains a 6-point game, but the lead is, or the cut down to a 2-possession game. Peterson on the other end bounces outside, able to find up top to Nichols, and now Reedhead high. Rydalch in the wing. Couple dribbles, picks it up, ball loose on the court, and it will be a jump ball call. Going down to get it was Elise Richens. Scrappy defense for Elise, and the possession arrow is going to favor North Summit. Maddie Burke checking back in for North Summit. She will come in for Janessa. 2:19 to play in this third period. Still a 6-point advantage for South Summit, but North Summit with the basketball. McQueen gets tied up, loses the basketball. Davis picks it up, able to outlet to Reedhead. Reedhead one-on-one on the other end. Left side, shot blocked. Defense was there by Elise Richens. South Summit able to get the loose ball, and they'll reset the offensive set here. Now up by 6, 27-21. 1:53 to play in the third. Reedhead, bounce, Nichols up high, feed down low. Davis jumper outside the paint, rolls around the rim, no good. Rebound by North Summit, and there's going to be a Wildcat foul. Brenna Richens will bring in the rebound. Josie Graycheck to check back in for the Wildcats and does so for Natalie Nichols. 1:44 to play in the third. Still 27-21. Both teams with 5 apiece. And for South Summit, that was Nichols' 4th personal. So Nichols for the Wildcats and also Vernon for the Braves, both sitting at 4 personal fouls with still a quarter and some extra to play in the game. Right side, McQueen gets to the baseline, pivots. Good move by McQueen, but can't finish. Again, gets her own rebound. Put back is good, but they'll say the foul was before the shot. And the foul goes to Josie Graycheck, her 2nd personal, 16 fouls. So there will be shots for the Braves for the rest of the game. North Summit to inbound. McQueen to throw this one in. Bounces to Rachel Richens. Richens a couple dribbles, gets to the wing, tries to throw it behind her to Brenna Richens. Ball's loose on the court. It will be a foul against North Summit, South Summit basketball. Now both teams with 16 fouls, so shooting on both ends for the rest of the game with 1:21 to play in the third. That was the first personal given to Rachel Richens, the sophomore for North Summit. Inbound play to Graycheck. Crosses over to get across half court. Peterson up high. Now Reedhead. Defense trapping, and there's going to be a reach-in foul against North Summit. Foul given to Maddie Burke, and that will be her 4th. So now Burke and Vernon both with 4 for North Summit. Nichols with 4 for the Wildcats. To the line to shoot 1-on-1 is Taylor Reedhead. All she needs to do is hit 1 to make it a 3-possession game with her team up by 6, and she can't hit the first. Another strong rebound is missed by Davis, and the jump ball is going to be the call as Sierra Davis went up, and Brenna Richens was there for North Summit, and they both came down with it. So off the missed free throw, the possession arrow favors South Summit. The Wildcats have the basketball inbounding on their end. Whistle is going to be offensive. Will be a screen. Great check with the whistle. That's her 3rd personal. Because it was an offensive foul, there will be no shots on the other end, but both teams with 7 fouls apiece. It's actually Graycheck's 3rd personal. With 1 minute to play before the 4th quarter. Maddie Jolly feeds to McQueen, spins in the paint. McQueen for 2, no. Ball volleyballed around. McQueen's able to come away with it. Goes up for the shot and will be fouled. McQueen came in to tie up the basketball, steal it away, goes up for the shot, and McQueen to the line. She'll have 2 shots. And that, again, is another foul for South Summit, their 8th team, but 4th personal for Josie Graycheck. 4 players, 2 on each team with 4 personal fouls. Graycheck will come out of the game after this free throw. 2 shots for McQueen. The first is good, and the lead back down to 5. Into the game for South Summit is Wollstonhume. She comes in for Graycheck, and subbing in is Sammy Rogers. She'll come in for Sierra Davis. 47 seconds to play in the third. This to make it a 4-point game, and rolls around the rim. No, ball loose. Rebound foul, I believe, is going against North Summit, and it is. Against Elise Richens. She says she's not sure exactly what she did, but it is going to be a North Summit foul. And it will be 1-1 on the other end. At least looking for an explanation. 46 seconds in the game, 27-22. That's the 8th team foul against North Summit. 9 team fouls for South Summit. One and one for Sammy Rogers. Free throw is missed. North Summit on the rebound, and here comes Elise Richens down the floor. Elise to the lane, cuts inside, goes to the hole, hangs on the rim, and just fell off. Ball knocked out of bounds. It will stay with. Nope, it goes the other way. South Summit basketball. Cassidy Evans will sub in for Elise. And I believe Elise may have 4 fouls. The scoreboard is just showing 0. It had 4 up, and then it went down to 0. Inbound play to South Summit to McKay Wolstenhume. 33 seconds to play before the break. Pressure on the edge. Ball loose. North Summit has it. South Summit comes away with it. Ball is going to be North Summit. Brave basketball, and they trail by 5. .9 seconds, both teams with 8 fouls apiece. They had North Summit up with 9. They took it back down to 8. Good feed down low on the baseline, but Evans gets tied up, has to get rid of the basketball. Kick out, 3 from Brenna Richens, no, but there is a foul. 3 shots from the line after the foul. Brenna Richens to the line to take these. Rachel Rydalch will pick up the foul, her first personal night team foul for South Summit. Free throw is up and good. Made the first of 3. Lead cut to 4, 27-23. Miss left. Still a chance to make this a 1-possession game with 12.4 on the clock. Free throw for Brenna. And it's a 1-possession game. 3-point lead for South Summit, 27-24. Wildcats trying to get down the court, and they do with 6 seconds to go. And mishandling the ball on the baseline is Sammy, and there will be a whistle to stop the clock at 3 seconds. That'll be a foul against South Summit. Nope, no foul, just standing on it was just an out-of-bounds play. 3 seconds. Here comes McLean. And can't get the shot off in time. And it will be a 27-24 game heading into the 4th quarter with South Summit holding on to that lead. It was a 4-point game at halftime, now a 3-point game at the 4th. North Summit outscoring South Summit by only 1 in that quarter. Live coverage of this broadcast and all the championship games for the rest of the day will be provided once again by Centricom Channel 10 with a live video stream. Also provided on KSL, Deseret News. Couple boys teams waiting in the wings to take the court after this game is over. The Parowan Rams and the Layton Christian Eagles, both #1 seeds. Parowan out of Region 13, Layton Christian out of Region 14. Both outright region champs in their region. Coming out of the break, it is going to be North Summit basketball and the Braves trailing by 3. 9 team fouls for South Summit, 8 for North Summit. The Braves have Burke, Vernon, and Elise Richens all in foul trouble with 4, and there is going to be a foul right off the bat against South Summit. An over-the-back call off a deep pass, and that will be the 10th team foul, so double bonus now for the rest of the game for North Summit. To the line to take 2 shots here is Nicole Fitzgerald, and the 4th personal foul for Taylor Reedhead. So now South Summit also 3 players with 4 fouls, including Reedhead, also Natalie Nichols and Josie Graycheck. First free throw is short off the front iron, missed by Evans. And we'll see Sydney Vadrine check into the game for Reedhead. One more from the stripe for Cassidy. Missed it. Ball loose, pulled in by South Summit. Wildcats have it. Peterson down the floor, long pass and too high over the head of Sydney Vadrine. And out of bounds. Turnover for South Summit, and North Summit will get the ball back. Chance to pull within 1 or even tie the game here, trailing by 3. Reedhead with the dribble, spins. Sorry, that was actually McQueen with the dribble. Finds Jolly. Back down to the other side. Brenna Richens comes in baseline. Shot too strong. Rebound off a good box out for Sydney Vadrine. And Vadrine is going to be tied up in the jump ball call. Cassidy Evans will force the jump. Possession arrow does favor South Summit, but North Summit able to flip it for the next one. 27-24 still the score. Man full court on the inbound play. Able to bounce it to Rydalch, and Rydalch will come across the timeline, finds a screen, gets down to the right wing. And will dribble up center floor. Stolen away off the pass, taken by Rachel Richens, feeds to Evans. Evans in the paint, shot good. Off the steal, Cassidy Evans will score 2. And the inbound play is almost stolen, but Wolstenhume is able to track it down. Finds Sydney Vadrine on the right. She's trapped on the sideline, and there's going to be a foul. Nope, a timeout called. This will be a South Summit timeout with the lead back to 1. It's a slow run, but it is a run for North Summit as they pulled right back into this thing. The lead was as much as 8. Since then, it's been a 7-0 run for the North Summit Braves. 10 team fouls right now for South Summit. That will put North Summit in the double bonus. 8 team fouls for North Summit, so single bonus right now for the South Summit Lady Wildcats. 3 players on each team with 4 personal fouls. Maddie Burke, Hunter Vernon, and Elise Richens for North Summit. On the South Summit side, Josie Graycheck, Natalie Nichols, and Taylor Reedhead, both with 4 personal fouls. 6:52 left to play in this game. Battle of the Summits in the consolation finals of the 2A girls bracket. A snowy day in Richfield, Utah, the Sevier Valley Center. Part of the Snow College Richfield campus. Extension of the campus in Ephraim for Snow College. As you can see, the center court S for Snow. Tournament sponsored with the help of Pearson Tire here in Richfield, and you can see the Pearson Tire logo on the court also. Inbounding the ball after the South Summit timeout will be the Lady Wildcats. Nichols to throw this in, back into the game with 4 fouls. Able to find Wolstenhume. Up tie, goes down to Nichols on the baseline. Nichols is fouled there, and it will be an inbound play after the 9th team foul for North Summit rather. Picking up the personal was Brenda Richens. That's only her 2nd in the game. We'll see Hunter Vernon check back into the game momentarily. She'll come in now on the front end of this 1-1. And again, Vernon with 4 personals. To shoot 1-1 from the line for the Wildcats is Natalie Nichols. Swishes the first through, and she'll get another. Next North Summit foul will be 10, so both teams will be in the double bonus for the rest of this game. And the officials talking to the players. We're there and battling for rebounds. Second free throw is also good. Lead back up to 3, 29-26. 2 for 2 from the trip for Natalie Nichols on 1-1. Ball movement around the perimeter. McQueen on the right wing. Vernon on the opposite side. Bounce down low, looking for McQueen, but McQueen was not in position, and an easy steal for Natalie Nichols. Nichols picks up the dribble, finds Rydalch. She's able to almost get to the timeline, but trapped, and there will be a foul. 1-1, the foul against North Summit. No, it should be actually 2 shots. That will be a hold against North Summit, and the 5th personal on Hunter Vernon. And Vernon will come out of the game with her 5th foul. Two shots on the other end for South Summit's Rachel Rydalch. In a 3-point game, Wildcats on top. First free throw is missed. 29-26 remains the score. 6:22 to play in the game. Maddie Burke subs back into the game. She also has 4 fouls and will come in for Maddie Jolly. Here's the second of 2 free throws, and that one is good. It's a 2-possession game now with a 4-point lead in favor of South Summit, 30-26. North Summit pushing the ball down the floor. Crossing over is Elise Richens. Dumps it off. Now a 3 on the other corner is no good. Ball loose, out of bounds. They're going to call a foul, actually. The backside official called it. And it will be against North Summit, Elise Richens. 6:13 to play in the game. And 2 shots on the other end. That will go for Rachel Rydalch. Elise. Well, I thought it was on Elise. In fact, I think can't be on Elise. I thought that's the number they put up. It was actually on, Elise isn't even on the court right now, so it was actually on Rachel Richens, rather, her second personal. The first free throw was good, and the second also. Lead is now 5, 36-26, and a 5-0 run for South Summit with 6:09 to play in the game. Both teams in the double bonus. Foul against South Summit as Sydney Vadrine tried to go for the steal, but contacted the arm. That'll be 2 shots from the free throw line for Elise Richens. First personal foul on Sydney Vadrine. First free throw, missed off the right side, remains a 5-point game. Second free throw is also missed. And a rebound for South Summit. Remains a 5-point game with 6 minutes to play. Still anybody's game at this point. Plenty of time for the Lady Braves. They need to start getting some stops. Wilston-Hume finds Rydalch. Dribbles between her legs, comes back up top. Finds a nice feed down low to Nichols. Shot up no, but Nichols will be fouled. And I believe Maddie Burke just fouled out of the game. And it is her 5th. 2 shots for Natalie Nichols. 2 players are now fouled out for North Summit. Hunter Vernon and just recently Maddie Burke. Coming in for Burke will be Maddie Jolly. Subs in with 5:43 to play. Right now still a 2-possession game, but 2 shots for Natalie Nichols, a chance to make it a 3-possession if she can hit both free throws. And will just miss the first. Hung on the rim and dropped. Cassidy Evans will sub back in. She'll come in for Rachel Richens. And we'll also see Taylor Reed head back into the game for South Summit. Coming in for Wilston-Hume. 6-point game, 32-26. Still a chance to make this a 3-possession game as some more subs continue to filter in. Janessa Stevens in for North Summit, subbing in for Brenna Richens. This to make it a 7-point lead. Missed there. And it's still a 6-point game. North Summit basketball. Pushing the ball down the court. Faking a 3. Now pass to Richens. Elise on the elbow. Feeds it over to Maddie Jolly. She comes in elbow, or angle, can't. Shot is missed, and it's another rebound for South Summit. 5:27 to play in the game. Wildcats working the ball down the floor. Reedhead, ball knocked out of bounds off of Reedhead, last to touch, and the Braves have the ball here. .521 to go in this ball game. It's North Summit trailing South Summit 32-26. Cutting the defense, driving to the hole and not getting the shot to drop, but a good move by Janessa Stevens, who will be fouled, and Janessa will go to the line for 2 shots here. Sierra Davis picks up the foul for South Summit. I believe that's her 3rd personal. Free throw is missed for North Summit. Janessa Stevens will get one more attempt here. Missed again, and the rebound to South Summit. And South Summit throws it away. Trying to feed it over to Josie Graycheck and just tried to throw it in. The defense was there by Brenna Richens. She forced the bad pass. And the Braves have the basketball. 5:04 to play in the fourth. South Summit is arguing that Richens actually tipped the ball, and the officials are meeting to discuss this. Long discussion on the baseline about who was the last to touch the ball, whether it was tipped out of bounds by Richens or just thrown out of bounds by South Summit. It will stay with North Summit. They will inbound on their baseline. 5:04 to play in the game. North Summit, time is ticking. They throw it up high just to get it inbounds. Maddie Jolly, top of the floor. Stevens, Engel, kick left, McQueen for three. Missed, and a rebound for South Summit. Nichols with the basketball, able to feed Reedhead across the timeline. 4:44 to play. Still only a 6-point lead, 32-26. South Summit up and with the ball. Reedhead, pass left. Nichols drives, baseline, feeds behind her. Davis, the jumper from the baseline, no good. The putback also missed off the rebound, and Evans gets the defensive board. Now Evans in transition, pushing the ball down the floor, gets to the free throw line, splits the D and goes to the hole and misses. A rare miss by Cassidy Evans. And in transition the other way comes South Summit. Sierra Davis, good feed down low to Graycheck, and she converts off the glass. And it's 34-26, matching the largest lead of the game at 8 with 4:01 to play. McQueen to the hole, shot, glass, drop it in and count it. McQueen a chance for the 3-point lead play. 34-28. Natalie Nichols will pick up the foul, and she will be the first to foul out for South Summit with her 5th. South Summit also has Josie Graycheck and Taylor Reedhead with 4 fouls. Wolstenhume will check into the game for South Summit. Also in is Brenna Richens. To the line is McQueen. She gets one shot here, a chance for a 3-point play, and it's good. Lead is cut down to 5, 3:57 to play in the game. Winner will have a 5th place finish at state. Reedhead around the perimeter, picks up the dribble, feeds to Graycheck. Now to Wolstenhume, hand right back off to Reedhead. Peterson loses it, but able to track it back down. Right now, South Summit wanted to take as much time, but a good feed down low, shot off the glass, and good. How about Sierra Davis? The put in high off the backboard, and it is back 36-27, a 7-point advantage for the Wildcats. 3:23 to play in this game. South Summit looking for the upset here. Feed down low through the hands of McQueen and out of bounds. Now South Summit is going to pressure the ball. Stolen on the inbound by McQueen. She has it. Block call on the foul, and that will be the 5th for Josie Graycheck. And 2 shots coming for McQueen on the line. Graycheck, the 2nd Wildcat to foul out of the game. They're also without Natalie Nichols, but 2 have fouled out for the Braves also, Maddie Burke and Hunter Vernon. Elise Richens with 4 personals. Also Taylor Reedhead with 4 personals. Both girls on the court as the free throw was missed by McQueen, and a timeout taken by North Summit. A full timeout. One more free throw for Haley McQueen after the break. It's only a 7-point game with 3:13 to play, 36-29. 7 may seem like a lot of points, though, in a game like this. 2 players have fouled out for either team. Most recently was Josie Graycheck for South Summit. Two-way boys consolation final will be played immediately following this game. And again, a reminder that will be between Parowan and Layton Christian. Both outright winners of their region. Parowan out of Region 13, the Southern Region, and Region 16 for Layton Christian. 14 rather, for Layton Christian. Live video coverage continues throughout the day on a championship Saturday at the two-way basketball tournaments at the Sevier Valley Center in Richfield. Video stream provided by Centricom Channel 10. Coming out of the North Summit timeout, we have on the line Haley McQueen. She has 2 free throws, but already shot the first that was a miss. Has one more here. This to cut the lead to 6 and make it a 2-possession game. Missed left, though, and it's going to be a South Summit rebound. North Summit pressuring down the sideline, and a block call against Elise Richens, and I believe she may be done. Elise has just fouled out of the game. 3 players have now fouled out for North Summit. Maddie Burke, Hunter Vernon, and Elise Richens. And we'll see Maddie Jolly come in for Elise. 3:06 to play in the game. South Summit ahead by 7 and 2 from the line for Hannah Peterson. It's good. This to make it the largest lead of the game for South Summit. Missed, though, and out of bounds. And it's 37-29. Still an 8-point game. Still within reach for North Summit. Only trailed by 3 possessions here with 3 minutes to play. But without Burke, Vernon, and Elise Richens, who have all fouled out. Maddie Jolly with it up high. Covered. Bounces down low between the legs of Brenna Richens. Loose on the court. South Summit comes away with it. That's a 2-on-1 break. Here comes Peterson. Bounces behind her. Up and in. Scoring was McKay Wolstenhume. McQueen spins in the paint. Goes up strong and just hangs out the front rim. No good. Ball loose. Going to be out of bounds. Last touch by. Waiting for the call. Last touch by North Summit. And it's a South Summit possession. Lady Braves going into the full court pressure. They will play man-man, and almost getting the steal is Rachel Richens, but she knocks it out of bounds. And South Summit will inbound now on the side. Throw it into Haley McQueen. McQueen will be fouled. Foul given to, they throw it into Reedhead, rather. And Reedhead is fouled by McQueen. 12-on-12 on the jersey numbers. That is going to be McQueen's 3rd personal foul. And already a 10-point game. Reedhead will have 2 shots. As South Summit beginning to pull away here late as the free throw is missed. Both teams in the double bonus. Taylor Reedhead still on the floor shooting these shots. She has 4 fouls herself. Second is good, and the lead is 11. 40-29, and South Summit is 2.5 minutes away from an upset. Haley McQueen, right wing. Dribbles, pulls it up. Has the ball tipped, gathers it back in, and feeds to Maddie Burke. Burke, bounce to the baseline. Kick back out. Open look 3 for Brenda Richens. Is off the mark, no good. Ball batted, loose, pulled in by South Summit, and Peterson will have it across the timeline. Peterson feeds behind her to Taylor Reedhead, and now it's a spread offense for South Summit, and they begin to burn some clock with under 2 minutes to play in the game and an 11-point lead. Whistle, foul will be against North Summit. Picking up the foul is Rachel Richens. Third personal for Rachel. But that will be 2 shots again for Hannah Peterson on the line. First is away and good. The lead now at 12. And make it 13. 42-29. North Summit needs some magic. Maddie Jolly trapped in the corner, feeds to McQueen, baseline, spin, paint, shot, no good. Ball loose. South Summit comes away with it. Taylor Reedhead dribbles out of the pressure. Able to find Rydalch. Back to Reedhead. And a foul. Nope, a timeout called, rather. It's going to be a timeout taken by South Summit. And the Lady Wildcats up by 13, 42-29 with 1:35 to play. And South Summit looking for a big upset here in the consolation final. Rachel Richens a little shaken up coming in to the timeout. North Summit can't afford any injuries. They've already had 3 players foul out of the game. Richens just seems to have trouble catching her breath. Maybe had the wind knocked out of her. Looks like she is planning on remaining in the game right now at this point. No, she will have a seat on the bench. Try to gather her breath, and subbing in will be Brenna Richens for her. South Summit basketball with 1:35 to play in the game. Peterson goes up and is fouled. 2 shots from the line for Hannah Peterson. Whistle is given to Haley McQueen. That's her 4th personal. 1:31 to go. It's a 14-point lead. Chance to make it 15 here for Hannah Peterson. Misses. Rebound North Summit with 1:28 to play in the game. Haley McQueen across the timeline. They need a bucket. They need it quick. Haley takes it to the hole. Shot is up. No. Rebounded by South Summit. But McQueen doesn't give up on the play. Gets the ball, the steal, shot, and the foul. McQueen to the line. She has 2 here. Clock is stopped at 1:16. Foul goes against Hannah Peterson. That is only her first foul of this game. McQueen to shoot, and good. Cuts the lead down to 13. High off the back iron on the second free throw. Rebound was to South Summit, but McQueen another steal. Feed it to the right. Evans for 3. Missed it short. Rebound by Peterson, trapped in the corner, and a timeout taken by the South Summit Wildcats to avoid a turnover or a whistle. With Peterson trapped in the corner, it's a full timeout. It's the 13-point lead in favor of South Summit, looking to take home 5th place from the 2A Girls Basketball Championships. It would be a disappointing finish for North Summit, who had extremely high expectations heading into the tournament. We're beaten in the quarterfinals by a phenomenal Delta team, and now is looking at a 13-point deficit here in the consolation final against their region foe, South Summit. 1:04 to play in the 4th. Cassidy Evans is the lone senior. Actually, nope, there is 2 seniors on this team. Haley McQueen, also a senior. Both phenomenal players. in their own right. And will play their last game here this morning. But a very young and talented group returning for North Summit in the future, and they will be good for years to come. South Summit able to break the press. Rydalch behind her to Peterson, and we are under a minute to play. Peterson trapped in the corner, gives it up high. Rydalch loses the ball, and there is going to be a whistle. A whistle against North Summit. And if that's McQueen, which it is, it's her fifth. And McQueen is done. 4 players have fouled out in this game for North Summit. And McQueen, a senior, will finish it out. He's been a phenomenal player for North Summit for a long time. Rydalch will miss the free throw. Rachel Richens in the game. She comes in for Cassidy Evans, also a senior, who will come out for the last time. Second free throw is good. The lead is 14. 44-30. North Summit basketball, 41 seconds to play in this game. Maddie Jolly, feed down low, trying to find Stevens, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. Stays with North Summit. Or is it? It should be. Official signal North Summit. And now they're going to again meet on the baseline. Yeah, it is North Summit basketball. Peterson was ready to inbound for South Summit, but it is Braves possession. Bounce to the outside. Jolly can't get the 3 off. Instead up top to Stevens. Back to Jolly. 31 seconds. Now up high is Richens. Play pitch and catch around the perimeter. Feed down low on the baseline. Knocked out of bounds, and it stays with North Summit. 24 seconds to play in the game. Down low, turnaround in the jumper, short, missed, off of South Summit, out of bounds by Peterson. That will stop the clock at 16 seconds. So the South Summit Lady Wildcats, who finished Region 16 as a number 2 seed, will head home as the 5th place team after the state tournament, as the jumper is banked in. And the rebound after the inbound play is going to be South Summit. They'll just pass it around, and that'll take us to the end of the game. 44-32 is the final. And South Summit is able to pull off the upset against the rival from North Summit.